Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Empires and Puzzles Harpy Edition. Last week I did a video on my base and my roster. Well, I got a message asking how I got so many backpacks. As you can see, I have 17,367. That's about where it sits most of the time, sometimes a little more, sometimes a little less. Well, how I did it was I was free to play for a while, and if you go into my base, I actually ran 4 TC11s, and I did that for a long time, and I built backpacks up that way, but I still think you can do it and not have to go to that extreme. Right now I'm running 3 TC11s and 1 TC2. And I might drain the 1 TC11 that has 101 days there. And I may start, if I need to, I can start using my 17,000 backpacks and run 2 TC2s. And it will start to eat up some of my backpacks. I've done it before. And it took me, I think the last time I stopped a TC2, it took me 3 months to finally drain all the heroes out of that. So, but the way I do it is like, alright, we're gonna go in here. Atlantis is going on right now. So of course Atlantis, when I do autofill, you're gonna go into hard. I use 927, so I'm going to do this quick, and of course I'm going to use, this is the only, well, I can't say it's the only time I use loot tickets, but it's a lot of the time I only use loot tickets when I'm farming Atlantis. So I'm going to go in here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, use my refill, and that's going to give me, alright, my troops are full, so I'll show you what I'm going to do with them. Let's see how many backpacks I get out of this. Alright, so I got 18. It's anywhere from 18 to like 23 you get out of this section. For me, anyway, because I'm using 66 flags to give me that. So what I do is next, seeing as how my house is full, we gotta go train. So instead of training here, I have my Hero Academy set up that I am training rare troops and uncommon troops. So what I do here is I can hold 352. So what I do is I put 1 in rare troops, and I'll put 2 in uncommon troops, and that takes me down to 352. I got 2 troops left, so I can be a jerk and come over here and, oh look, I'll throw it into my TC11 camp, +1. There you go. So now I have 0. So now, seeing as how I did that, I have 8 flags left, and there's no real good way, but usually I come back in here and I usually go into 9 and I do farm 10, and I'll do this and it takes 3, but that's because I'm farming experience. I've found, for me personally, I'll do 1 in here. I'll show you. I'll do 1 in here, TC 10, level 9, stage 10. We will farm this one. I know it's going to be kind of a long video, but do that, and we'll see how many backpacks I get out of 1 hit. On average, you get about 1. Not every time, but usually it's about 1. So if you do that, it's not so bad. And this is going to take a little bit of time, but I could have just automatically did it, but I usually don't use loot tickets on just this part. I usually manually go through and do this. So it takes, what, 30 seconds or whatever to get rid of that, and you get to hear me ramble. Alright, so that's done. And let's see how many backpacks I get out of this. I got 2 backpacks. That's not bad. You figure, you know. But then, my other spot, if you want backpacks, this seems to be the better spot for me to get backpacks, which is Province 1, 5. And so I don't bore you, I will use a loot ticket. And let's see how many we get out of that. I usually get 1 to 4 out of this. Okay, so I got 4 this time. So, I mean, if you're going to keep doing, you know, you don't have to use loot tickets like I did and farm that other one. But if you stay in 1-5 and just grind it out, per every 3 flags, you're getting 1 to 4 backpacks out of that. So you're building up backpacks that way. Also, Atlantis is not the only one to farm anymore. You can go when it's time for Valhalla, when it's time for Underwild, and when it's time for the Dunes. Just go into one of the ones where you're getting 3, grind out your flags, and even if you're getting 1 backpack per 3 flags, you grind it out, and you're not doing so bad, and you're going to build up your backpacks that way. That's basically the way I do it, and it seems to be working for me, and that's basically all I do. Just tried to help answer the question of how I got so many backpacks. That's how I got so many backpacks. And as you can see, I've got 154 days in my TC2 thing, and I will show you at the bottom of the screen here. Yes, I'm doing TC2. I could put 5 in there, but I've got 5,000 troops in holding, and I've got 12,000 total going. So, and I mean, my TC11 here, I've got 200. This one is the one that I will drain and start over and everything. I've only got 268, but I've got 1,400. This one over here, I've got 6,000 sitting there. That'll take me forever to get rid of. And I've got 16,000 brewing. So, I mean, even if you don't have enough time to do all of that, and you're just doing, you know, like we're going to go in here and I'll do another one. I'll do hard, and I'm going to do auto 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Use refill. There we go. We'll see how many backpacks I get again. Oh, I got rings. Hey, look at that. That'll be helpful. And I got 28 backpacks on this one. And yes, I used 66 flags, but that seems worth it to me. So then we can get out of here. We don't need to see that. My dragons went into hiding. And then I'm going to go over and I'll do 1-5 again. I'm going to do normal. And for the sake of time, I will just do 2 flags, and we'll see how many I get out of that. And I notice when I'm farming Atlantis, I got 5 backpacks out of 6 flags. So it's like, it's on average close to 1 backpack per every flag that you're using. So now I want to fill up my thing again, so I'll go back over here. I'll do this again, go back in there, go there, hard, next. We'll use 1, 2, 3, 6 again. Use. Oh, my hero cap's reached, so I gotta go take care of that. But we'll do it, I'll show you a different thing in a minute. We'll go in here, my hero cap's full. I'll work on Solnus. Just gonna do that quick. And then How many troops do I have? I got 291, so we'll fill up that. So we're going to go back in. Next. There we go. For the sake of time, well, my troops are full, so that's good. We're going to get out of there. How many backpacks did we get this time? I got 15, so it wasn't so good, but hey. Next, it's going to tell us to train. Now, I've noticed I get more iron than I do food, so I'm going to do this again. I'm going to train. And I do believe at the beginning of the video I had like 17,367. So let's see what I have now. And just doing those few. So we're going to go into materials. I'm going to scan down. And I've already gained 100 backpacks. Well, close 70 some backpacks. So that's the way I do it. I mean, like I said, you just gotta be able to farm. You could grind it out, and you know, you don't always have to dump your troops into your camps if you don't want. And if you do, you can dump them into the TC11s, and you're still saving backpacks that way. And eventually, you'll get heroes the other way. And that's the basic principle of this video. I just thought I'd pass this on. So, if you like what I'm doing, give me a like, give me a subscribe, and thank you very much for watching this video.